What if I told you that some of the nuts you eat every day, thinking they're good for your heart, might actually be damaging your joints, weakening your muscles, and quietly raising your blood pressure after 60? It sounds surprising, but it's a growing concern among researchers studying aging nutrition. In 2022, a clinical review published in the Journal of Aging and Nutrition, led by Dr. Samuel Lin at the National Institute for Senior Health, analyzed the diets of over 4,000 adults aged 60 and above. His team found that those who consumed high amounts of roasted, salted, or sweetened nuts were significantly more likely to experience muscle loss, joint stiffness, chronic inflammation, and slower walking speed than those who chose raw or minimally processed nuts. You eat them to stay healthy, but the wrong types, or even the right types eaten the wrong way, can silently push your body in the opposite direction. That includes the kind you snack on between meals, or mix into your yogurt, or keep by the TV for a healthy treat. What you don't realize is that over time, these choices could be making it harder to stay active, balanced, and pain-free. So in this video, we'll uncover 4 types of nuts that could be silently holding you back, and 4 that truly support strong muscles, healthy joints, and better aging, especially after 60. Stay with me. You might be surprised by what's in your pantry right now. Let's start with one of the most deceptive nuts out there. It looks innocent. It's often sold as part of a healthy mix, and it only takes 2 or 3 pieces to cause real trouble. We're talking about the Brazil nut. This nut is known for being rich in selenium, a trace mineral that your body needs in small amounts. But that's the key phrase, small amounts, because Brazil nuts don't just contain selenium. They contain more selenium per gram than any other food on Earth. And for older adults, that's where the problem starts. Your body after 60 processes nutrients more slowly. Your kidneys are more vulnerable. Your heart is more sensitive to chemical imbalances. So when you pop a few Brazil nuts every day, thinking they're good for your immune system, you could actually be building up toxic levels of selenium without realizing it. What happens then? The first symptoms are subtle. You might feel sluggish or weak. Your muscles don't recover the same after light activity. Maybe you feel a strange tightness in your legs or some unexpected trembling in your hands. You chalk it up to age, but in reality, your nerves and joints may be reacting to too much selenium in your bloodstream. Over time, this can lead to decreased grip strength, slower walking speed, and even increased fall risk, all from something as simple as a handful of nuts. And that's not all. Excess selenium has also been linked to hair loss, digestive issues, metallic taste in the mouth, and in severe cases, kidney damage and irregular heartbeat. For anyone with pre-existing conditions, especially hypertension or chronic kidney disease, this is a serious red flag. Now here's the frustrating part. You don't need to avoid Brazil nuts entirely. In fact, just 1 nut per day is enough to meet your selenium needs. That's it. But most people don't stop at 1. They grab 4, 5, sometimes 10, and that turns a health food into a slow burn toxin. So what should you do instead? Swap them for pumpkin seeds or unsalted walnuts. They offer key minerals and anti-inflammatory fats without the selenium overload. And if you love the texture of Brazil nuts, keep them, but count them. Stick to 1 per day, never more than 2. Think of them as a supplement, not a snack. In short, Brazil nuts are powerful, but that power cuts both ways. For seniors focused on strength, balance, and independence, moderation isn't just smart, it's essential. Now let's move to nut number 2. And this one is often mistaken as harmless. They're cheap, they're everywhere, and they're addictive. Salted peanuts are one of the most common snacks for older adults. And why not? They're crunchy, familiar, and easy to eat by the handful. But that's exactly the problem. Most salted peanuts sold in stores are heavily processed, roasted in oil, and loaded with sodium. 1 small handful can contain over 250 milligrams of sodium. That might not sound like much, but if you're snacking on them daily, it adds up fast. For seniors, the consequences come quietly and then hit hard. Excess sodium causes the body to retain fluid. That extra fluid puts pressure on your blood vessels, makes your heart work harder, and over time, raises your blood pressure. Even more concerning, Fluid buildup in the legs and feet makes it harder for muscles and joints to move freely, resulting in stiffness, slower movement, and a higher risk of falls. And there's more. When peanuts are roasted at high heat in vegetable oils, they can develop harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These substances increase inflammation throughout the body, and inflammation is a major driver of joint pain, muscle soreness, and reduced range of motion. I've seen many older clients struggle with morning stiffness, aching knees, or swollen ankles. They often think it's just aging, but when we cut the salted snack habit, those symptoms begin to ease within weeks. Your body doesn't just age, it reacts to what you feed it. And if you're dealing with arthritis, water retention, or balance issues, salted peanuts may be silently making things worse. Now let's talk about portion control. Most people don't eat just a few peanuts. They eat by the fistful, especially while watching TV or chatting with friends. And because peanuts are calorie dense, it's easy to go overboard. A couple handfuls can exceed 300 calories and blow past your daily sodium limit before you even realize it. What's the alternative? Go for raw or dry roasted unsalted peanuts, but in moderation. Better yet, switch to unsalted almonds or pistachios, which have anti-inflammatory fats and lower sodium impact. Or try a handful of carrot sticks with hummus if you're craving that salty crunch. Salted peanuts aren't inherently evil, but for older adults trying to preserve their strength, avoid swelling, and protect heart health, they're simply not worth the trade-off. The next nut on our list is even trickier because it's sweet, delicious, and marketed as a guilt-free treat, but it may be fueling inflammation where you least expect it. Now let's talk about nut number 3, flavored almonds. They taste great, they seem harmless, and they're marketed as health food. But once almonds are coated in sugar, honey, salt, or artificial flavors, they stop being healthy and start behaving like candy. Sweetened or flavored almonds, like honey-roasted barbecue or cinnamon sugar varieties, are packed with added sugars, oils, and chemical preservatives. Most people think of them as a better alternative to cookies or chips. But for seniors trying to protect their strength, they may be making things worse. Let's start with the sugar. Added sugar drives up blood sugar spikes, which over time can damage the small blood vessels that feed your muscles and joints. That means slower recovery, more soreness after walking or lifting, and increased stiffness in the morning. And sugar isn't just about energy swings. It also fuels chronic inflammation, especially in the joints. Mild joint pain that feels like aging may actually be your immune system reacting to excess sugar and additives in these so-called healthy snacks. Then there's the issue of oils. Many flavored almonds are roasted in low-quality vegetable oils that contain omega-6 fats in very high quantities. These oils don't balance your system like omega-3s from walnuts or flaxseed. Instead, they feed inflammation and can aggravate existing arthritis or muscle tightness. And if you're already dealing with conditions like osteoarthritis, tendinitis, or muscle fatigue, snacking on these flavored almonds might be adding fuel to the fire. Let's not forget calories. One small handful can contain over 200 calories, plus 8 to 12 grams of added sugar. You might not notice in the moment, but over days and weeks, that excess energy gets stored as visceral fat, especially around the belly. And increased belly fat is directly linked to decreased mobility, balance issues, and even reduced leg strength in older adults. I once spoke to a retired nurse, age 72, who ate cinnamon almonds every night instead of dessert. She thought it was a smart switch, but she began experiencing tightness in her fingers and swelling in her knees. Within 3 weeks of cutting the almonds, those symptoms eased dramatically. What's the better option? Stick to plain, raw, or dry roasted almonds with no flavoring at all, or go for raw walnuts, which actually reduce inflammation, or even a small apple with peanut butter, which gives sweetness and healthy fats without the additives. In short, flavored almonds are dessert in disguise. They may crunch like a nut, but they act like a threat to your muscles, joints, and metabolism. And the fourth nut on our list, it's not sweet, it's not salty, but it's surprisingly dangerous in large amounts, especially for your kidneys and bones. Nut number 4 isn't sweet or salty. It's not coated in sugar or loaded with preservatives. In fact, it's often praised as one of the healthiest nuts in the world. We're talking about macadamia nuts and other ultra-rich, high-fat nuts like pecans and pine nuts. What makes them a problem isn't contamination or processing, it's quantity. Macadamias are incredibly calorie-dense. One handful, just 10 to 12 nuts, contains over 200 calories and 21 grams of fat. That's more fat than a tablespoon of butter, and most people don't stop at just one handful. For older adults struggling with reduced metabolism and muscle mass, those extra calorie, many people eat macadamia nuts thinking they'll provide long-lasting fuel for the day. But because of their high fat content and low protein, they often leave you sluggish rather than energized. Especially if eaten alone, they can cause a spike in fat metabolism that makes you feel tired or foggy instead of alert. If you're on a weight maintenance plan or managing diabetes, this imbalance in energy can throw off your whole day, causing fatigue, cravings, and unstable blood sugar. This doesn't mean macadamia nuts are bad. It just means they're too easy to overeat. If you love rich, creamy nuts, try limiting yourself to 5 or 6 macadamias and pair them with a high-protein food like plain Greek yogurt or hard-boiled eggs. Or better yet, switch to lower-fat, high-fiber options like pistachios or raw sunflower seeds, which give you crunch and nutrition without excess calories. The truth is, even healthy fats can be dangerous in the wrong amount, especially after 60 when every extra ounce affects balance, stamina, and quality of life. Now that we've covered the 4 nuts to avoid, it's time to shift toward the positive side. The next section will focus on 4 powerful, senior-friendly nuts that support mobility, strength, and long-term wellness. Let's begin with one of the most powerful nuts for aging bodies. Walnuts are more than just brain food. They're muscle food, joint food, and heart food all in one. What makes walnuts special is their unique fat profile. Unlike many other nuts, walnuts are rich in alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that reduces inflammation and supports nerve and muscle function. Why does that matter? As we age, the body becomes more prone to low-grade chronic inflammation. This type of inflammation doesn't cause fever or pain like an infection. Instead, it builds up slowly, stiffening joints, weaken muscles, and interfering with nerve signals that control movement. Walnuts help counter that. Studies have shown that daily walnut intake is linked to improved grip strength, walking speed, and muscle preservation in adults over 60. It's not just the fat content. It's the combination of omega-3s, antioxidants, and minerals like magnesium and copper that support neuromuscular health. If you've been feeling slower on your feet or struggling with hand strength during daily tasks, walnuts might help you regain confidence in movement. Now let's talk brain and heart. The omega-3s in walnuts are also strongly connected to memory preservation and reduced cognitive decline. Several long-term studies show that seniors who eat walnuts regularly perform better on memory and focus tests than those who don't. And for your heart, walnuts have been proven to lower LDL cholesterol, improve artery flexibility, and reduce blood pressure, all of which are crucial for maintaining endurance, stamina, and circulation to your muscles. So how should you eat them? Stick to 7 to 10 halves per day, roughly a small handful. Raw is best, but lightly dry roasted is fine too. Just avoid any that are salted, coated in sugar, or packaged with additives. Walnuts also pair beautifully with other healthy foods. Try them in oatmeal, salads, or alongside berries and plain yogurt for a snack that supports your joints and sharpens your mind. In short, walnuts are not just healthy, they're strategic, especially if your goal is to stay strong, steady, and independent into your 70s and beyond. And the next nut on our list? It's soft, light, and often overlooked, but it's one of the best for protecting muscles and digestion at the same time. Nut number 2 might surprise you. Pistachios are small, light, and often overlooked, but they're one of the most complete nuts you can eat for active aging. What makes pistachios stand out is their unique combination of protein, fiber, and key micronutrients. Unlike many other nuts, pistachios offer a high ratio of essential amino acids, the building blocks of muscle. That means every handful supports the strength you need to walk, stand, carry groceries, or get up from a chair with confidence. For seniors, that matters more than ever. Muscle loss after 60 happens faster than most people think. It's called sarcopenia. And without enough protein and movement, the body begins to shrink from the inside out. Pistachios provide a gentle way to push back. Each ounce contains about 6 grams of protein, more than almost any other nut. Add in the magnesium and potassium, which help reduce cramping and support nerve signals. And you have a snack that actively supports mobility and balance. Then there's energy. Pistachios are lower in fat than walnuts or macadamias, but still rich in healthy monounsaturated fats. That means they help fuel your muscles without leaving you sluggish or weighed down. Perfect for a midday pick-me-up that won't crash your system. Now let's talk about other benefits. Pistachios are loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, two antioxidants that protect eye health and reduce the risk of age-related macular degeneration. They also support vascular health, keeping arteries flexible and blood flowing smoothly to muscles and brain tissue. And perhaps most importantly, pistachios are naturally low in sodium, even when lightly roasted. That makes them a smart choice for anyone managing blood pressure or heart disease. How to eat them? Choose unsalted roasted in-shell pistachios if possible. The shell slows you down and helps with portion control. A small handful, about 1 ounce, is enough to deliver all the benefits without overdoing calories or fat. Try pairing pistachios with sliced apples or a few cubes of low-fat cheese for a balanced snack. Or sprinkle them over cooked quinoa or steamed vegetables to add crunch and protein at dinner. In short, pistachios are not just a tasty snack. They're a mobility-friendly, heart-smart option that fits perfectly into a senior-friendly diet. Next up is a nut often associated with diet culture, but it turns out it has powerful benefits for bones, protein absorption, and steady energy throughout the day. Nut number 3 is one of the most accessible yet powerful choices for older adults. Raw almonds. They're easy to find, easy to eat, and packed with nutrients that support strength, stability, and heart health. Let's start with bones. Raw almonds are one of the few nuts that deliver a solid dose of calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, 3 minerals essential for bone density and joint stability. After age 60, bone mass naturally declines, especially in women. Raw almonds help fight back by supporting the structural foundation your body depends on. But it's not just bones. Almonds are also rich in plant-based protein and healthy fats, which play a direct role in maintaining lean muscle tissue. If you're noticing more fatigue when standing from a chair or walking upstairs, part of that may be subtle muscle loss. Raw almonds help replenish that loss by fueling muscle repair and reducing post-activity soreness. Each ounce gives you about 6 grams of protein plus vitamin E, one of the body's key antioxidants for preventing muscle and tissue breakdown. And for those struggling with blood sugar or energy crashes, almonds can be your ally. Their combination of fiber, fat, and protein slows digestion and keeps blood glucose steady. That means fewer energy dips during the day and more consistent stamina when you need it, whether it's doing housework, taking a walk, or playing with grandkids. There's also evidence showing that almonds help reduce LDL cholesterol, improve arterial function, and lower inflammatory markers, all crucial for older adults managing cardiovascular risk or recovering from years of dietary imbalance. How to get the benefits? Keep it simple. Choose plain, raw, unsalted almonds. Avoid the roasted or flavored kinds, which often bring added oils, sodium, and preservatives that can undo their natural benefits. A small handful, about 10 to 15 almonds, is ideal. You can snack on them alone or add them to oatmeal smoothies or salads for a balanced crunch. Just remember that almonds are calorie-dense, so portion control is key to avoiding weight gain. Bonus tip: soaking raw almonds in water overnight can make them easier to digest and even enhance nutrient absorption. In short, raw almonds are like a natural supplement for the aging body. They strengthen your frame, support muscle recovery, and help stabilize your internal systems, all in a convenient daily snack. And the next nut, it's soft, tangy, and often eaten in Mediterranean diets. It may be the most overlooked secret for better digestion and joint comfort. The fourth nut on our list is technically a seed, but it deserves a place here for good reason. Unsalted sunflower seeds are one of the most affordable, accessible, and effective tools for maintaining mobility and strength as you age. Why? Because these tiny seeds are rich in magnesium, a mineral often missing from senior diets. Magnesium plays a direct role in muscle contraction, nerve communication, and joint flexibility. Without enough of it, your muscles may feel weak, tight, or prone to cramping, even if you're staying active. Sunflower seeds also provide vitamin B6 and selenium, two nutrients that help support the conversion of food into usable energy. If you've been feeling more sluggish in the morning, or if short walks leave you winded, sunflower seeds may offer gentle support to your body's natural rhythm. And let's talk digestion. Many older adults experience slower digestion, which can lead to bloating, irregularity, or poor nutrient absorption. Sunflower seeds are high in insoluble fiber, which helps keep the digestive tract moving smoothly and supports regular bowel movements. That may sound simple, but consistent digestion improves how nutrients are absorbed and how well your muscles and joints stay nourished throughout the day. From a cardiovascular perspective, sunflower seeds contain phytosterols, which help lower LDL cholesterol and support better artery function. They're also naturally free of sodium, as long as you buy them raw or dry roasted without added salt. This makes them ideal for people managing blood pressure or trying to avoid swelling in the legs and feet. And here's a bonus. Not many nuts or seeds provide such a wide array of antioxidants, from vitamin E to zinc to selenium. This mix helps reduce oxidative stress, which is linked to inflammation, pain, and even slower recovery after exercise or chores. How should you eat them? Stick to 1 to 2 tablespoons per day, sprinkled over yogurt, oatmeal, salads, or steamed vegetables. They're best raw or dry roasted. Never buy the salted or flavored versions, which often contain hidden sugars or preservatives. Sunflower seeds are also a great alternative for people with nut allergies, or for those who want a lighter, less fatty snack that still provides strength-building nutrients. In summary, unsalted sunflower seeds are one of the most practical ways to support healthy aging. They fuel muscle activity, aid digestion, and protect your heart, all in a small, crunchy package. And now that you've seen the best and worst nuts for seniors, let's wrap it all up with a clear takeaway that will help guide your daily choices. Not all nuts are created equal. Some strengthen your body, protect your heart, and keep your muscles moving with ease. Others quietly chip away at your balance, strain your joints, and raise risks you never saw coming. Let's review. 4 nuts we recommend avoiding: Brazil nuts, which can overload your system with selenium; salted peanuts, which raise blood pressure and aggravate swelling; flavored almonds, which sneak in sugar and inflammatory oils; and macadamia nuts, which are too calorie dense for most aging bodies to process daily. But there's good news. 4 nuts you can embrace for better aging: walnuts for anti-inflammatory strength, pistachios for muscle-friendly protein and energy, raw almonds for bone and brain health, and unsalted sunflower seeds for smooth digestion, nerve support, and heart balance. The difference between aging with pain or aging with strength can come down to what's in your snack bowl. So here's your next step. Take 5 minutes today, go to your pantry, look at the nuts you have, ask yourself, are they helping or hurting? Then make one small change. Replace one of the harmful kinds with a better one. Start there. No need to overhaul your diet overnight. Just one shift, one better choice. Because independence in your 60s, 70s, and beyond isn't just about luck. It's about knowing what works for your body and making that choice every single day. If this video helped you, consider sharing it with a friend or loved one who snacks on nuts regularly. And if you have a favorite nut that works for you, leave it in the comments. Together we can build stronger, bolder years, one bite at a time.